Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's Diddy court trial was explosive to say the least. The opening statements from both the prosecution and the defense was straight up jaw-dropping. Like, this case is insane, it is dark, intense, and honestly shocking to the core. In this video, I'm breaking down everything that was said during those opening statements, no detail left out. So if you love details, then stick around because I give details. I'm a detail girl, okay? So first thing first, the courtroom only holds about 100 people. And reporters, journalists, whatever, get 36 of those seats. So half of those seats are for top-notch journalists, okay? So around 8:33 a.m., Diddy's mom and some of his kids arrived and were taken straight inside. Then, just before 9 a.m., Diddy walked into the courtroom. He hugged his lawyers and gave a thumbs up to the people sitting behind the main area. Diddy brought a Bible with him and was reading scriptures at his table before opening statements began. And he was wearing a sweater over a collared shirt. And he didn't move much while the prosecution spoke, just kind of like fidgeted with his feet a little and stared blankly. His family didn't show any emotion either. At one point, the judge asked if he had water, and Diddy replied, "A little bit more if you don't mind." The judge said they would make some arrangements for that. Before anything else, the judge told the jury they can only make decisions based on what they see and hear in the courtroom, not from the media or anywhere else. The judge said anything you've seen or heard outside the courtroom is not evidence. It must be disregarded. Then, Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson started the prosecution's opening. She pointed at Diddy and told the jury that while the public see him as larger than life, there's another side to him. A side that ran a criminal enterprise, she said. To the public, he was Puff Daddy or Diddy, a cultural icon, a businessman, larger than life. But there was another side to him, a side that ran a criminal enterprise. Johnson told the jury they will hear about 20 years of Diddy's crimes and that he didn't act alone. His bodyguards and top employees helped him do these things and cover them up. She listed crimes like kidnapping, arson, drugs, sex, crimes, bribery, and obstruction. While she talked, Diddy leaned back in his chair. She brought up an incident where Diddy allegedly kidnapped one of his employees and threatened Cassie, his ex-girlfriend, and a key witness. He supposedly told her that if she defied him again, he would release tapes of her having sex with a male escort, tapes the prosecutor called souvenirs of the most humiliating nights of her life. Johnson said that was just the tip of the iceberg. Cassie, according to her, was not the only woman he abused. She said Diddy used violence to control people, including one time when he thought Cassie was cheating. He allegedly kidnapped an employee to help find her, then beat her brutally, kicking her in the back and flinging her around like a rag doll. She continued, for 20 years, the defendant, with the help of his trusted inner circle, committed crime after crime. That's why we are here today. That's what this case is about. A big part of the case is what prosecutors describe as highly organized, drug-fueled sex parties Diddy called freak-offs, wild king nights, or hotel nights. Johnson said his company paid for those parties, which happened in hotel rooms all over the United States and overseas. His employees prepared the rooms with the lighting, linens, and lube that he liked. Johnson said Diddy forced women, including Cassie, to take drugs and have sex with male escorts while he watched, got off, and sometimes recorded it. And you know what? Diddy didn't show any emotions as she described all of this. She said he would beat Cassie over minor things, like if she left a freak off without permission or stayed in the bathroom so long. Johnson said he would threaten to ruin her singing career by releasing those sex tapes. Her livelihood depended on keeping him happy, Johnson told a jury. The prosecutors plan to show videos of Diddy beating Cassie in a hotel hallway in Los Angeles in 2016. They might also show videos of the freak-offs, which sometimes lasted days and left participants needing IV drips to recover, okay? Johnson told the jury that they'll hear how far Diddy's inner circle went to help him cover up the attack and try to get what they thought was the only video of it. One security guard was handed a brown paper bag full of $100,000 in cash, while the bodyguard and chief of staff watched. This is far from the only time the defendant's inner circle tried to close ranks and do damage control, she said. Johnson said that Diddy also brutally beat a woman referred to as Jane. That's not her real name, just a fake one used for privacy, after she confronted him last year about all the freak-offs, right? She had finally spoken up about going through years of being forced into these freak-offs, which were dark, drug-fueled sex parties and hotel rooms, while Diddy treated other women to romantic date nights and trips around the world. Johnson said that when she brought it up, Diddy chased her through a house, kicked down doors, put her in a chokehold, punched her in the face, kicked her while she was on the ground, dragged her by her hair, and slapped her hard enough to knock her over, okay? And then he demanded she call an escort, cover up her black eye, and take ecstasy. Diddy was so focused on getting to another one of those freak-offs that night, he cursed at Jane and told her she wasn't going to ruin his night. Johnson said, like with Cassie, the defendant's violence had gotten him what he wanted. She told the jury they'll see videos of Cassie and Jane pretending to enjoy themselves during the freak-offs, and one video of Diddy brutally beating Cassie at an LA hotel. Then, Diddy's defense gave their opening statement. His lawyer started by saying Sean Combs is a complicated man. But this is not a complicated case. This case is about love, jealousy, infidelity, and money. She said prosecutors are twisting consensual sex into something criminal. There has been a tremendous amount of noise around this case over the past year, she told the jury. It is time to cancel that noise. Diddy stood quietly at the defense table with his hands clasped in front of him as his lawyer introduced him to the jury. Garagos told jurors that they may know him as Puff Daddy or P. Diddy or Diddy, but in the courtroom, he's going by the same name he was born with, Sean Combs. She admitted he has a bad temper, is extremely jealous, and sometimes gets angry when he drinks alcohol or uses the wrong drugs. But she said domestic violence is not sex trafficking and being mean is not running a racketeering enterprise. She said jurors might end up thinking, I think he's a jerk and I think he's kind of mean, but he's not on trial for being a jerk. She admitted he's physical, a drug user, and has a bit of a different sex life, but will fight for his freedom throughout the next 8 weeks. The defense said Diddy's sexual lifestyle was part of consensual swinging with adults. She told the jury they might not like his kinky sex and his preferences for sex, but she urged them to judge the case with an open mind. But that doesn't make him a sex trafficker. The argument is that even if the prosecution proves Diddy did some bad things, it doesn't mean he's guilty of sex trafficking and racketeering. She admitted the video of Diddy beating Cassie in 2016 was horrible, dehumanizing violence, but said it was evidence of domestic violence, not sex trafficking. She also said the jury will witness a big moment when Cassie and Diddy see each other for the first time in 6 years when she testifies Monday or tomorrow, Tuesday. As for Jane, the defense said her relationship with Diddy was toxic and dysfunctional, but she chose to be part of the freak-offs because she wanted to be with him. The fight last year, they said, started when she slammed his head down in a jealous rage. The lawyer made it clear they are not excusing his violence, but said that doesn't prove sex trafficking. In the end, she said both Cassie and Jane are motivated by money. Cassie asked for $30 million in her lawsuit, and another witness wanted $22 million. She closed with, I want you to ask yourself, how many millions of reasons does this witness, swearing to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, have to lie? So there you have it, you guys. That was the opening statements for both sides. Man, they have no choice but to admit that he's violent. At first, they were trying to deny that because with so much evidence, they have to say, yeah, he is violent, but it doesn't mean he's, sex trafficking, like, yeah, whatever, Now they have to come out and say, yeah, he's extremely jealous. Yeah, he's violent, but nothing. Okay, you guys, so what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any updates because I will be bringing you all the updates that your little heart desires, okay? I will bring you all the details because I'm detailed. I'm very detailed. I'm too detailed. It's ridiculous sometimes. But you guys, that's all. And thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.